courage, tears, and the glory. Paul Han, Courage, Tears, and the Glory. Dramatic summary. He did not come to America to simply survive. He came to win. Taejun Kang was not born into power. He did not inherit security. He did not arrive in a foreign land with guarantees, comfort, or a clear road waiting for him. He came with hunger, with discipline, with faith, and with the stubborn belief that a man could build a future larger than the life he had left behind. In the beginning, Taejun is only one man in a vast, unforgiving world, a world where power is hidden behind polished smiles, where opportunity is guarded by insiders, and where one wrong move can erase years of sacrifice. But Taejun refuses to remain small. He studies people, he reads the room, he learns that in business numbers matter, but so do silence, timing, loyalty, and fear. He learns that deals are not won by hope alone, but by endurance, nerve, and the ability to stand steady when others begin to shake. So he rises, from Seoul to New York, from London to Shanghai. Taejun crosses borders and cultures, building a life through relentless effort and strategic vision. He enters boardrooms where power is traded like currency. He negotiates high-stakes deals. He outworks rivals. He earns influence the hard way. And with every step upward, he pays a price. Because success does not arrive alone. It brings attention, it brings pressure, and it brings enemies. The higher Taejun climbs, the sharper the knives become. Partnerships begin to shift. Trust turns transactional. Loyalty starts to crack under ambition. The same world that once applauded his rise begins to circle around his weakness. And then comes the moment every builder fears. The collapse. Not just the collapse of position, not just the collapse of power, but the collapse of certainty. The structures he trusted begin to fracture. The people he believed in reveal hidden agendas. The victories he fought for begin to bleed into the life he is trying to protect. And suddenly, Taejun is forced to face the question that defines the heart of this story. What remains of a man when everything he built begins to fall apart? For some, that would be the end. But for Taejun Kang, it becomes the beginning of something deeper. Because this is not merely a story about business. It is not simply a story about corporate power, global ambition, or professional success. It is a story about endurance, about what leadership really costs, about what it means to carry pressure alone, about how a man survives not only competition, but betrayal, humiliation, fear, and the terrible silence that follows collapse. Taejun does not rise because life is fair. He rises because he refuses to let failure have the final word. He rebuilds not as the same man, but as a wiser one, scarred but not broken, wounded but still standing, more aware now of how fragile power can be and how essential dignity becomes when power is stripped away. And that is what gives this story its force. Courage, tears, and the glory is not a fantasy of easy triumph. It is the portrait of a man tested by ambition, by responsibility, by loss, and by the brutal cost of climbing too high in a world that rewards strength but rarely forgives weakness. It is the story of an immigrant who refuses to disappear, a leader who learns that success can isolate as much as it can elevate, a man who discovers that true greatness is not found only in building an empire, but in enduring the storm when that empire turns against him. If you have ever built something from nothing, if you have ever carried responsibility in silence, if you have ever watched years of effort tremble under forces beyond your control, if you have ever refused to quit, even when everything turned against you, then this story is for you. Because Taejun Kang is more than a character. He is the face of struggle, discipline, pride, sacrifice, and comeback. He is the man who walked into the wind and kept walking. This is Courage, Tears, and the Glory, the story of Taejun Kang, the immigrant who defied the wind. To experience the full story, explore the novel and audiobook. This is only the beginning of Taejun Kang's journey. Read or listen to the full story in Courage, Tears, and the Glory.